If you have listened to more than 10 episodes of The Ron Van Dam Show in a row, you may be entitled to hazard pay. Fill out 2 copies of Form 63/B and bring them to Estelle in Human Resources. Don't forget, Estelle is off on Tuesdays. Please allow 4 to 6 weeks for the processing of your hazard pay claim. And thank you for listening to The Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
The following programming is EI, educational and informative.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Thank you so much.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
What do you want from me anyway, huh? What do you want from me? Welcome to the program of enormous proportions. Look at the size of this thing. It's a pleasure to be with you on this first day of April. What? Oh, first day of the year, 2027. What? 2024. I got this wrong. Is this Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? I don't even know. Didn't even pick up my garbage yesterday because it was a holiday. I don't even know what's going on. How did you celebrate the start of a new year? I changed my pants. That's about all I can do. That's about the only change I'm going to make. Nothing seems to change. Nothing changes. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. If you're not familiar with the program, then I don't understand how you got here in the first place. Maybe you heard about the show from somebody and you decided, all right, I'll take a chance anyway. In which case, thanks for being here. It's a pleasure to be with you. All right. Here's the way this is going to go down. You're going to sit quietly in a chair while I talk at you for 30 minutes. Doesn't sound exciting, but believe me, when this is all said and done, you'll leave a better person for a couple of minutes, and then you'll just fall back into your usual crappy kind of existence. Ooh, what a way to start the new year. It's going to be a fantastic time. Before I do start the program, and I wish probably that I never will, there are people that I would like to thank seriously. I mean, seriously, comma, there are people I'd like to thank. There aren't people I'd like to thank seriously. That's not true. Seriously, comma, there are people I'd like to thank for making this show possible for so many decades, which is embarrassing when you tell people that. They say, well, what did you achieve? Well, okay, that's a fair question, and I don't know. Anyway, there are people that make this show possible besides the voice that I use, and I'd like to dedicate some of this program to them. First, I'd like to thank Jason Shaw, who does much of the background music for this program. He composed and performs Jason Shaw for this program. Thank you so much, Jason, by a license agreement. And then there's John Shanahan, the announcer on the program, comedy writer, does many of the comedy bits that you hear on this program. He's an incredible guy, has his own podcast called Hypnagogue. You should visit it sometime, but not right now because I'm doing this. Then there's Nicole Reed. What a wonderful woman. She's the British voice that you hear at the beginning of the program. She books many of the national interviews that we do on this particular show. Then there's a wardrobe lady, Ellen Sakala. Did I pronounce that right, Ellen? Oh, Ellen Stein. I'm sorry, pronounced that wrong. Ellen Stein is the wardrobe lady. She dresses me every single morning when I do this program for no reason whatsoever. It's simply that I can't dress myself. Quite obviously, I'm putting socks on my ears. It's a mess. It's a mess. Then there's my makeup lady, Wanda Lodoodle. What is it? It's not Lodoodle. What is it? Oh, Anderson. Okay, got that wrong too. She does my makeup, which includes hiding the little lines in my face and also powdering my butt, which I think I enjoyed as a baby and continue to enjoy throughout my life. Then there's my personal chef, Ronald Dogato. Is it Dogato? Smith? I'm sorry, got that wrong. Ronald Smith. Same first name as me, Ronald. Cool, right? He's my personal chef. He actually prepares all the food that I put in my mouth. And he's very, very talented. He is a cordon bleu trained chef. Lost his job because he murdered somebody, but now he's working for me on a work release program. Then there's my people coordinator. When people call me up and say, Ron, we should do lunch, and I'd say, well, I'll talk to my people. This is the people. They show up and have the lunch for me, so I don't have to sit there incessantly and watch other people chew while we discuss business. They do that for me. And there's a lot of people involved who are my people. Then there's my communications specialist, Fargano Lajashuni. See, I don't know the entire name because I'm not really up on that stuff. Lagano Shushamani. Sorry. Lagano is my communications specialist, which means that if I try to say something to somebody and they don't understand me, Lagano translates and says what I meant to say. For example, when they say to me, Ron, how are you? And I say, I am fine, other people don't get it. They don't understand what I'm saying. So Lagano says, no, he's fine in the sense of that nothing's bothering him at this particular moment, but that could change as the conversation keeps going. Lagano, thank you so much. He's a good man. Then there's my personal assistant, Becky Johnson. Becky is my personal assistant. She does whatever I ask her to do except for that. And she'll get me coffee, and I don't drink coffee, so that's a problem. I'm wasting money on her. No, I don't drink coffee. Becky knows it for some reason. I keep her around in case my shoes get untied. She's there in a moment, and she does that really well. She ties my shoes. I don't actually wear shoes. I do wear Velcro sneakers, so there's really no point to her either. And then, ladies and gentlemen, oh man, I have a food tester because the chef, again, is on a work release program and his food sucks, so I have somebody who tests the food for me, and that would be Sinora Lagano? Sam. I'm sorry, I had that wrong too. My food tester tests the food. Then my dentist, Dr. Glenn Shapiro, thank you. Without him, my teeth would be even yellower. And Shapiro, you are the man in my mouth, I call him. And then there's my pool boy, Consuelo Davango. Consuelo does my pool stuff because I ain't touching my pool. For a good reason, I don't have a pool. I used to have an above-ground pool, but then the ground didn't allow it anymore because it was above the ground. Then it was an in-ground pool because it's sunk into the ground. And now I have no pool whatsoever, but I do have a pool boy so that I can say, well, I'll have to check with my pool boy. He comes by once every 5 years. Then there's my gynecologist. What? Oh, okay. Never mind. And then my Buddhist monk advisor, Bob Schmatzy. Bob is a Buddhist monk advisor. When I'm getting close to a Buddhist monk, he advises me that I'm getting even closer to the Buddhist monk that I probably want to be. Because every once in a while I want to try Buddhism because I just like the symbolism. I like the fact it's not really any religious story kind of involved. You know, you just sit there and you find peace and contemplate your navel. And I've never thought about that before. And then there's my pest control agent, Larry Schmeiny. Larry Schmeiny comes over every once in a while because we have an uncontrollable problem with pests. And I'm not talking about insects, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know, yeah. And then there's my dry cleaner. I don't know her name, but she, when I walk into the dry cleaning location, she gives me a little slip of paper and tells me that my shirts will be ready in 4 days. And I always say, can't you do them any faster? And then she just smiles because she doesn't speak English. So I don't really know what's going on with her. I do ask her for the shirts to be Martinized, and then we just look at each other and laugh because we don't know who Martin is and what he's going to do to my shirts. This is exhausting. And then I have a grape peeler, Florenzia Delgado. Well, there might be a relation to somebody else that works with me. He peels my grapes for me because I don't enjoy the peel part. It's the consistency I don't like. I like the grape stuff inside. Although I don't have them very often because there's a lot of sugar. I'm trying to stay away from that. My massage therapist, wow. Could she be any nicer? Jennifer Milano. Jennifer is my massage therapist. I love it. She does what they call a Swiss massage. There are a lot of holes in what she does with my body. She won't touch various parts of my body and won't massage them because I put little stickers on my body that says "Don't touch this," and she actually abides by that, and I appreciate that. She's a good person. She's a very good person. It's kind of odd. I'm a little uncomfortable because I'm the one that takes all my clothes off and she stays completely dressed. Don't care for that. My fungus toe advisor, Benjamin Chrome. Benjamin is my fungus toe advisor. Every once in a while, Benjamin will check my feet for fungus. And when he does find a fungus problem, he comes over with the proper lotion and massages my feet. Because every once in a while, my feet have a lot to do with where I go and how I stand on them. So it's a problem, and I do need a fungus toe advisor. Although he is apparently going out of town for a week, so if you know somebody who is good at that, I could use him for a week, because I can't go a week without fungus toe advisor. Then my floral arrangement specialist, oh man, he's crazy. Carmine, is it Flown? Fisk. It's Fisk. Carmine Fisk. Carmine Fisk, he arranges my flowers every once in a while. He'll come to the studio and say, I want to move this fake plant over here. He's very, very good at that. And sometimes he'll come over and just water the plants for me because I can't figure out how to do that. You got to get the water out of the water bucket into the plant. I can't do that. I water too much or too little. I just don't know what I'm doing with that. So I get help. There's my restraining order attorney, Robert Shapiro. Oh. Robert Shapiro is my restraining order attorney because I run into people all the time that I don't care for. It's not that they've done anything bad to me or made any kind of accusations or threats to me. It's just I don't like them around. So I have 64 restraining orders out right now for people to stay at least 3 miles away from me. Every little bit helps. And then there's my handyman. I don't know how I would get along without the handyman because I can't do anything myself at all. I am totally unhandy. I have hands, but I don't know how to use them, and they're ineffective. He's wonderful, man. He'll come over every Tuesday, that's today, and I will give him a list of things to do that I can't do, which is basically everything.
Hi, this is Bob Robinson from Bob's Handy Around the House. I'm a local handyman. I've been in business for the last 50 years on my own, doing light repair work in our area. Whatever you need done. Carpentry, painting, floors, tiling, yard work. I can do it all for you. I'll come to your home and do the work for a very reasonable fee. Naked. I should probably mention that I will be naked while I do this work. Buck naked, not a stitch on me, waving in the wind, in my birthday suit, showing what God gave me, naked as a jaybird. I'll be naked the whole time. I show up naked, I do the work naked, you pay me while I'm naked.
Bob's Andy Around the House, Bob Robinson. You can look me up on Facebook, where I am naked.
Well, it is a new year. Congratulations, like you did anything about it. So, what do we do? What do we do in a new year? What do we do? We make New Year's resolutions. Why? Why do we do that? We don't keep them. I've made a New Year's resolution not to make a New Year's resolution, and so far I'm doing really well. Although I do want to lose weight, I believe the less weight that you have on your body, the healthier you are, blah, 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 blah. I know I'm supposed to exercise, but that's going a little too far. Let's not kid ourselves. That requires effort, which I don't have. Not eating as much, I can stop that with adhesive tape and gaffer's tape. I can put that across my mouth and I won't eat that way because I can't eat through my nose, you know what I'm saying? So that works. But exercising, that requires a little bit more on my part. As I've told you many times before, the only person I know that is losing weight all of a sudden and doesn't exercise is Oprah, because she doesn't have to move. She's got people for that. And I have people for things, but not for that. They move her limbs for her. She just sits down in a comfortable chair, and she has many of them. She asked Gayle King to come over so she can stare at her. And Stedman standing in the background, as he has all of her life. And she just sits in a chair, and she has people, about 8 people, and they move her limbs for her. She just sits there, and they'll move her arm up and down like for 10 minutes, and her legs up and down for 10 minutes, and she does nothing. She just sits there, and she enjoys that. She enjoys being waited upon and that kind of thing. She drinks a martini while she's exercising, and she loses weight accordingly. I don't understand it. I don't have enough money to afford something like that, but if I did, I'd be much skinnier than I usually am. So is that a resolution? No, because I've done that before and I'll do it all year. It has nothing to do. You see, it's a lame excuse to say, oh, it's a new year, so now I'm going to change myself. Come on, that's so stupid. You could have done that every day of the year. You need some type of incentive to do this stuff. You need an incentive to make your own personal life better, not anybody else. Screw them. I'm talking about you. You could not find it within your bones to do something for yourself that you really wanted to do that would make you healthier and happier. But yet, no, I can't do that because I just succumb to this food and all these stupid things because I am so, mindless. That's awful. You can do that, and you don't need a new year in order to motivate you to do something. Come on. What you need is a cattle prod. That's all you need. Somebody with a hot golf club to just poke you in the ass every time you don't move around. Some people would like that, and those are the people that are successful. Did your parents slap you when you did something wrong? Did they punish you physically? I do believe that those people that were punished usually have more incentive in life. They really do. Yes, I'm going to lose weight this week. If I don't lose 2 pounds, could you smack me around a little bit, please? Could you just take this bat and just whack me in the ass? Could you do that, please? Because that's my incentive. That's the way I was brought up. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever works for you. Whatever works. I think that's the key to success. Whatever works. Whatever. Sure, why not? Some people sit in a chair and say, success will come to me. And no, it won't. It won't come to you unless you're in the way of success. It's going to somebody else standing behind you, and then you're in the way of success. But coming at you just because you're sitting in a chair, no. Even Elon Musk, who destroys every company he puts his hands on, even he's successful. If he can be successful, so can you. Why is Elon Musk successful? Because he has a lot of money. He doesn't give a shit, and therefore things work out. He doesn't have to worry about anything. So he just buys large companies and destroys them. Of course, his latest company that he bought that he destroyed was Twitter, because Twitter is no longer Twitter. It is just a big X. I have not in my life been attracted to use something that has a big X through it. To me, it means don't go there. Don't touch it. It's evil. Don't go near it. There's a big X. That means no, 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 no. But yet he uses that as a logo. I mean, come on, man. How stupid can you be? And then he, with this Tesla, Teflon, whatever, he builds cars so that they can be recalled in 5 years. I don't understand him. He looks weird. He looks weird. He looks like he had a number of facelifts that none of them worked out. None of them worked out, even close to working out. He's a hot mess. He's a hot mess. There are a lot of people that destroy things by mistake because of their inner egos. Their need to be on top for whatever reason it may be. It doesn't matter. These people go meandering around through life and destroy it for everybody. A lot of them are in Congress. It's unfortunate. And who are the victims? You are, and I am, and everybody that isn't an egotistical bastard. We all have to put up with this crap, and I don't know, whatever. So welcome to 2024. You can take any of those numbers and just throw them around because it doesn't really make any difference. It's a calendar thing. We live by the calendar. We do everything by the calendar. Our holidays are set up by the calendar. What day is this? Everything's doesn't matter. And one moment is just the moment before the next moment. If you live that long. It's very, very simple. Any moment, any day, any second, you can change your life. Not drastically because you're pretty stuck, but you can make these little changes that eventually do mount up. And if you want to lose weight, you can do it anytime you want. You just stand there and say, starting now. You can exercise anytime you want. I find that to be deplorable, but you can do that if you want to. Just when the show is over. Don't do it now. I'm talking to you. When the show is over, this one, like 10 minutes from now, less. Just start exercise. Dance around. Don't even exercise. Just play some music that you really like that moves your body. Do it in a room by yourself because you probably can't dance well, but nobody ever told you. But in your own room, when nobody's around, just play music and just dance to it. And you will, that's exercise, man. That's what exercise is. It's good for your abs and your glutes and all the things that I don't even understand what I'm saying. Do a lot of walking. Go over here, go over there, go over here again, go over there again. Eventually, that's called walking. It's not bad. And that's, it's passive exercise. So you exercise a little bit and you eat a little bit less. Stay away from those sugars, that kind of thing. Stay hydrated. Drink 5,000 gallons of water a day. Keep drinking. Make yourself a river. Be so hydrated that salmon want to swim up your stream. Yeah. Pee a lot. There's nothing wrong with peeing a lot. There isn't. You're flushing it out of your body. I don't know what it is, but you're flushing it out. Pee a lot. Sounds like some old English medieval story, doesn't it? Sir Pee-a-Lot here. I'm going to get on my horses. That's me. I'm Sir Pee-a-Lot. I do that. I don't consider it a problem. I consider it bladder leakage is like, wow, let's get the nasty things out of my body anytime, anywhere. I think that's a good thing. Have you ever had a colonoscopy? Raise your hand if you've had a colonoscopy. It doesn't make any difference. I can't see you. They're horribly uncomfortable for the most part, but at the same time, it's like a dream. You're cleaning your body out. Like there's nothing left inside at all except your organs, and even then, I'm not sure that they all survive that. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm sitting on a toilet preparing for a colonoscopy and one of my kidneys falls out. It could happen. I mean, it's intense. Some people do a colonic cleanse. I don't understand that. I don't know what that involves. I don't know what equipment you use for that. I don't know what a colonic cleanse is. It sounds extreme, but it's good to get all that bad stuff out of your body. I mean, if you do all this stuff, you're probably going to be on the road to a good time. There was a YouTube video of I think it was a lady. I'm not sure what it was. She was anorexic. She took to the extreme to lose weight. Okay, there comes a point where this is not good anymore. And she had reached that point. I mean, she had I think a 2-inch waist. I didn't even know they made clothes like that. I don't think she could find clothes like that. I think she just took one of those toothpaste holders and she wears that. I mean, it was disgusting. And she looks sick, and she probably is close to death. But yet she was just doing a YouTube video, and she was advising people on how to eat healthy. Okay. I don't know what eating healthy is to you, but that's not good. But she was doing a little YouTube video there trying to instruct us all on how to be healthier. I did a radio show at a radio station. I was the morning show host for decades. And one of my producers, was a guy who stood in the booth on the other side of the wall, big glass window, and stood near all the equipment. And all I had to do was sit there and talk. And he had to, insert the commercials and tell me when things were happening and who was on the phone, that kind of stuff. And he was extremely skinny, and he had yellow skin, and not because he was any particular nationality. He was a jaundice is what he had, because he didn't eat food. He ate plants, and I'm talking house plants. I mean, I'm not talking about eggplant. I'm talking house plants. This kid ate nothing. He wouldn't touch meat, which is, some people do. Wouldn't touch dairy, wouldn't touch food, basically. Everything went in a blender, and it had to be blessed by a pope who was formerly a rabbi. It was just a very, very strange kid, and he looked horrible. He looked sick. And I don't know if he's still alive today, but it was nauseating to him. So, I mean, you can't do things to that extent, to the point where you've made your life a living hell. There's a happy medium somewhere. I don't know where the happy medium lives. I knew a medium. She said she was a medium, and I said, no, actually, you're a large. You're grossly overweight. She says, okay, I'm a large, but she says, I can tell the future. And I said, well, if you can do that, you could probably tell that I don't like you even now. Yeah, she constantly was doing that. It was a nice woman, though, nice woman, but she was a medium. I never understood what that meant. She was a psychic medium, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why she had to start talking about sizes. She's a medium-sized psychic. No, she was not. She was not. She was rotund. But that had nothing to do with it. It's just whenever she said she was a medium, I immediately went to, God, you got to get a tape measure, man, because I ain't a medium anymore. I'm out of time. I don't have time for a guest today. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new program. I guess I should apologize, because this show is just all over the map. And that first bit that went on for like 10, 12 minutes, that was awful. Nonetheless, Happy New Year to you. I'll be back tomorrow with a normal show. Just didn't feel like doing a normal show today. I just didn't. I came into the studio and said, I'm just going to screw things up and just blab to the point where people will go, I can't wait until he does a normal show like he used to do. You see, if you deprive people of what they're used to, then they want it even more. I know what you want, baby. I know what you want, baby. I'll be back again tomorrow, but until then, I wish you peace.